Okay, here we go. This is video 100 of the production line developer blogs, and you know, I thought I should have fireworks or something like that, because 100 is a lot of videos to do about the making of one game, even if it has taken apparently 3.12 years. I like to be precise on these things. I should have had all sorts of things. I should have had like a little birthday cake or something for the game, something like that. I'm not at all organised. I don't have anything like that. But what I can tell you, if you do not already know, is that the game is released. It's released. It is no longer in early access. It doesn't really make much difference, and if you are playing version 1.69, it's still version 1.69, but it's actually released now. It doesn't really make much of a difference, like I say, and we're still going to be updating it and stuff like that. And I'm just going to talk a little bit about like the future and stuff that I've just fixed and I'm working on and stuff like that. So hopefully I can crossfade. Wow, that actually worked. That was amazing. So something that I just did, which is a little trivial thing, is there was never any full screen button here, and the way that the game worked was that basically it would by default run in borderless window mode, which is basically full screen. There's technical differences at the driver level, but it really doesn't matter at all. It's basically full screen. So the game defaults to running full screen at the resolution of your monitor, and a lot of people were like, oh, how do I get to go wireless and stuff like that. How do I get to go wireless? How do I get to go window mode? And you just select a different resolution. So this is currently in a window here. I fixed this so it actually shows you the thing it's in. So you can just select a different kind of a screen resolution, and these are all windowed. These are all windowed. Okay. Now there is a full screen button. All it does is it just plonks it up there. It just selects that, which will mean it will be full screen effectively. And if you switch that off, it will just toggle it down to another one. It's a trivial little thing, but people were confused, saying, well, I want to run the game in a window, and it wasn't immediately obvious that you changed that. So I've just done that. There's a few other tiny little things that I've done. Where's my list of things? My list of things. Because that I literally did this morning. Oh yeah, let me just load in a game. I'll load in the game I'm always fiddling with, because I know where everything is. Someone pointed out, and I hadn't noticed at all, because I have a normal keyboard and all the rest of it. Well, I have an English keyboard. That when you go to like edit the name of your company, you weren't able to type in like the special characters that are supported by the game. I don't know the names of any of them, but you know, like the extra characters with like umlauts and accents, and I'm absolutely murdering this, aren't I? But basically, if you have like a Polish name or whatever, and you want to type it in any of the dialog boxes for the names of cars or whatever, you can do it now. I can't remember. I've tested it. I can't remember how to do all the alt 1, 2, 3 nonsense that like actually types those characters in if you don't have them like to hand. But anyway, you can do it now. That's a trivial thing, but it's something that we did. Oh, this is really silly, and it took me ages because all sorts of technical problems won't bore you with. But when cars get polished now, see, that's an annoying thing. It actually is kind of like the length of time it takes to polish the car. So it does like 3 and a bit things. It scales automatically, and then the car goes off. Now you'll notice that the car suddenly appears in front of it at the end. Don't complain about that, because it always has. It always has. It's just obvious because you're looking at it now and I'm pointing it out. There are a few things I would like to fix here. I would like that polish effect to come in gradually. I would like that not to happen so that it's always in the middle. And I would like it to be more obvious with the polishy things that they're spinning, because they kind of blur, but that's not that obvious, is it? Anyway, trivial little thing. Did that. Oh yeah, nobody mentioned this, but it was annoying me. There's a shortcut key, B, which puts you into blueprint mode. Not everyone knows that. These word wrap, they never used to. So if you had a really long bit of text, it would just be really small and you wouldn't be able to read it. If you're really cunning and you really hate me, you'd say, well, why doesn't this word wrap across all of these tiles, Cliff? That's because that's slightly more complicated and annoying than you'd think. But I will do it one day, and I will also get some consistency over whether or not these things... There's other bugs. I'm just going to point out everything that's wrong with my game. That there, look, fit exhaust, that is on top of the thing, and that there, that is underneath it. Make your mind up, Cliff. Literally unplayable. Oh, something else I've done. I fixed a bug which has screwed me royally here, because I realise I've screwed up in the layout of my own factory. Due to a minor little bug thing, it used to be the... Oh yes, I'm gonna have a bunch of them now, aren't I? How annoying! How annoying! It used to be the case that sometimes you could skip certain slots, and the game wouldn't care. Now, if those slots actually added a feature, then they would care. But in certain circumstances, they wouldn't. So, for example, under certain circumstances, you could skip fitting the exhaust to a car that actually needed an exhaust. That was a bug, and it is now fixed. Now, what that may mean is if you were doing this and you have an old factory and you load it up when I next patch the game, you'll see errors like that, and you'll think, well, what's gone on there? That's because your layout was actually screwed earlier, and we let you get away with it, and we don't anymore. To explain what's going on here, I've got some electric cars. I think that's an electric car. Boom, blah blah blah, large battery pack, so it must be. And a lot of my cars aren't electric, so it just bypassed. You see, it just went through fit exhaust. It actually bypassed radiator entirely. They can go up through there, but they'll just go straight through it if they don't need it. If they do need an exhaust, look, they go up on these little cool platforms I really like. Actually, I need to look at the way those are drawn, because that shouldn't have that thing if they go... Anyway, that's another thing to fix. And this is one that's gone wrong there from earlier. So, yeah, how annoying. Anyway, so that is a fix to a bug. The trouble is I'm going to have a backlog of loads on this map until I fix them. Might have to put in an extra little slot there to get around it. Very annoying. Anyway, so that was fixed. What else? Blah blah blah. Central scattering antenna. Blah blah blah. Blueprint layers. Yeah, that's all I've done since the game has been released. Although there's been a lot of replying to like tech support things and looking into problems. But there's nothing else that I'm aware of that is wrong at the moment. There are only two things that I know go wrong. Some people get a crash very, very rarely on that screen. I can't reproduce it, but if you can, please let me know how you did it. I think I have a more fundamental problem here. I'm literally sending the wrong cars down here, I think. I think that's what's going wrong. So if I look at that, that is definitely an electric car, isn't it? Or is it compact mid X? If it's expensive. Electric powertrain, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So what's going on? Yeah, so that's a little bug that I'm aware of. I just got an email this morning about a bug to do with not enough resource objects or something like that. That is a bug when you have mega massive factories that I thought was now impossible, but I'm going to look into it. Anyway, you know, this is production line, the release build version, which is version 1.69. Very soon, maybe even today, I'm going to put version 1.7, which just has those few little fixes that I was telling you about, into the unstable build on Steam. I'll leave it for a day or two, and then I'll make that the new release. So this is the first post release patch. What am I going to do next? What I'm going to do next, apart from fixing that, people want camera speed, the like panning speed. They want this to be configurable. And I can see why it's annoying that you can't control that. It's actually hacked into the game. So I'll make that an option. There's a bug to do with large battery packs and hybrid cars. It's been suggested that you shouldn't be able to put a large battery pack in a hybrid car, and I agree. So I'm going to fix that. The other thing I'm going to fix is when these numbers go above 2 billion, all the numbers screw up. It's a really annoying thing, because I know somewhere I'm doing something really stupid and casting something to an integer when I shouldn't be. Anyway, so I'm going to fix that. One of the other things is if you go to production schedules here, I'd love to make it that you can just click on that and launch the production schedule. It's been on my to-do list forever. People want to be able to rearrange these, have like little up-down arrows that move things. I think I'm going to do that. Drag and drop would be ideal, but it's a lot more work. Christ, there's a lot going on here, isn't there? Put it mildly. So I am going to do that. Then I am going to work on node-based pathfinding that skips intermediate tiles. That will probably take a week because it's in pain, and you don't need to know what it means as such, but basically it would mean that the pathfinding and therefore the entire game gets a lot faster to process, and therefore we could have even more ridiculous size factories, which I know people want. Beyond that, I'm going to think about whether or not people would buy any DLC for the game. So I've been thinking about this, and I'd like to know what people think. Something that we don't have in the game that might be cool that a lot of people wouldn't want, but maybe some would, and therefore it's ideal for like DLC stuff, would be like crazy high-end cars. There's another one there. Evil. I've screwed up one of my smart junctions. Oh God, what happened there? Mayhem will ensue. Oh God. Yeah, really crazy high-end cars. By which I mean cars with like gull-wing doors and scissor-wing doors and butterfly doors, doors that go like this basically, or like this. I think that might be cool, and having a kind of like crazy hypercar, you know, like the kind of like concept cars or like Bugattis or something like that. Would people buy that as DLC? I think that would be fun. So I'm kind of thinking about that. I am going to be at Resed, which is a show in London, because we're going to show off Democracy 4 there. Really early version of Democracy 4, just with the new user interface stuff. So I'm going to be preparing for that and giving a talk about optimizing code there. And then after that, I'll kind of have time to really sit and think about the best things to improve in the game. There's probably a lot of little minor tweaks that I'd like to make. Anyway, we did 100 videos. We did 69 updates to the game. An enormous amount of... Oh, see, I've really screwed it up here. I wonder if I can like fix that by... right, if I do that and then that and that, will it then go back? A lot of work went in. No, see, it won't have it, will it? Stupid car. A huge amount of work went into the game during early access. We got a load of really good feedback from people during early access. Pay no attention to the absolute car crash of my factory now. Thank you to everyone who took a chance on the game and played it during early access, because I know some early access games really suck and they're really not finished. We were playable, I think, right from the start. So thank you for all your feedback. Thank you for buying the game early. Thank you for kind of like believing in the game. Oh God, I hate you. Thank you for all of the suggestions that people made about stuff to improve and fix. The game is finished and it's on sale and you can buy it, but we're going to continue fiddling with it because we like putting in crazy things. Like I love these little spinny things that make the electric motors. I still like working on the game. I'm not about to start working on a brand new game or you know, forgetting about this one. So anyway, it's on Steam, it's on GOG, it's on the Humble Store, and you can buy it direct from us where we get the most money. Thank you so much for your support, and I will do other videos when a lot of stuff has changed in the game or we put in new features, or I might do a video at some point just giving people tips on playing the game from my role as the guy who designed it and coded it. Thank you for watching, and thank you for supporting the game. Bye.